All right, guys, so something just came to my attention, and you know that I'm a perfectionist, so I want to look at it real quick and add it into this video. So right here where the timing cover comes into the block, they want you to put a little bit of Permatex here because the oil pan goes on top of this bottom piece here to cover the crank, and that's where it carries all the oil once this engine's flipped over. Now, the reason that they tell you put a bead of RVT or some sealant here is because, as you can see, it's not completely level, and another piece of metal comes down on top of this. So I see that the gasket is just a little too high. I don't want to put the rubber gasket on top of this and pinch this down and then leave like a small little triangle journal here for oil to pee out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to remove the timing cover because I'm a perfectionist and get a little razor blade or X-Acto knife, and we are going to measure. You won't want this extra flap up. If you're down a little bit, like a millimeter, that's okay, because you're gonna put these two pieces on together. You can hit that with your RVT right here, and then once you put this piece on, it'll push it up a little bit, and then go ahead and put your oil pan gasket on an oil pan and everything will be okay. If your piece comes up a little too high, I do advise you to cut it down and then fill that with the RVT. The rubber will push down on top of this gasket in between these two pieces, and what will happen is it will just push the RVT out. So only put a very small amount. If you're going to put any, I would put it here where the smudge is. Let's just get rid of this dirt where I was touching here. So I would go from here to here with the RVT, put a dab, and then take my finger and rub it over, and then pull out whatever's in here to clean. You don't never want RVT to go inside your engine. You always want, well, you don't want it to go anywhere. I don't like using it at all, but put it on this side so it's more this side. You don't want to get it inside. So that's just a helpful hint. Tip: if you're doing any timing covers and oil pan gaskets together, you're rebuilding engines, always look for this, where this timing cover gasket is. I see a lot of people that are out there. Okay, so here's this piece of gasket that I'm talking about that you can see that comes up between the two pieces of metal. So I just put a very fresh razor blade in, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and cut against the metal here and just drag it along the bottom where they meet and take that piece off. So here's the piece. I mean, look how small it is, right? But if this piece is sticking up, when you put a gasket on top of this, it's just gonna make a bubble and flatten out, and then you're gonna get a leak here. So now that it's flat all the way down, I'm gonna take this little piece off here, the edge as well. Now we can go ahead, lock this in, lock this piece in, which is the timing cover, and then lay our gasket down for the oil pan. We're gonna put a very small piece of RVT right here, and I'm gonna show you how to go ahead and do that.